check, check.
Okay, thank you. He can't even see the room. No, right? I think he's just replaying us.
All right, everybody ready? Cameras rolling? All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We have our U.S. Olympic team in the women's 100 meters here. In third place and a season's best time of 10:89, TT Terry. Applause is gratefully and wonderfully accepted here. In second place and a personal best time of 10:80, Melissa Jefferson. And your Olympic trials champion in a season's best time of 10:71, Sha'Carri Richardson. Sha'Carri, let's start with you. After you crossed that finish line in first place, you seemed overcome with emotion. Can you share with us what it means to you to come here today to win the Olympic trials and to confirm your spot on the Olympic team?
I feel like it definitely confirms the year that we've been training for, preparing for this moment. It's a full circle moment to be grateful, appreciative of the direction that we're headed towards and where we've come from. And I'm super excited to continue to grow and build from this momentum that we've already established from here. So athletics sweeping the Olympic trials, and it's more than exciting. And I'm super excited to continue to go forward with my girls.
Melissa, Hayward Field has been good to you. In 2022, you won a national title here, and today you qualified for the Olympic team in the fastest time that you've ever run. What about this place has you running your very best?
I'll always say this, Hayward is always good to me the second time around. Prefontaine, I had a pretty good race. It wasn't one of my best races, but, I was able to go back home, train with these lovely ladies, and, fix the things that I needed to work on. And as you can see, it's paying off. So, every time I come to Hayward, it's always in a championship setting. So I know it's time to show up and show out, and that's what I did today.
TT, at the 2021 Olympic trials, you were 5th in the semis of the 100 meters. Today, you finished 3rd in the final, and you're heading to Paris. Can you tell me about your journey over these last few years to get to this moment?
I would say my journey over the last few years, honestly, 2021, I was still at USC, so I was coming out of college, so that was a blur. So I count this as my first Olympic trials. I can't really remember what happened in 2021, but, it just was a matter of trusting the process, trusting my coach, trusting my teammates. I had little nags here and there earlier in the season, and it felt like I just couldn't break 10, but I still remained focused. I still had faith. I relied heavily on my support circle. Those that train with me, those outside of training, my coach, my dad, so it was just a matter of just leaning on them and just trusting the process and just staying focused and having faith. I came in on the time on the little cube. I was like, I secured the spot. That's all that matters. Refocus, reset, and go out there and do what you need to do.
One for all of you. You obviously know each other well. And Sha'Carri, you mentioned it already, but you are all part of the same training group. Do you feel like you're putting the world on notice?
I definitely feel like we already have done that. This trials have just honestly just shown what we have already known, what we've been preparing for with our coach, Green Machine, Dennis Mitchell, as well as our assistant coach, Sharif Lewis. We just know that we knew this moment could be possible as long as we put our minds, our body, as well as our spirit into it. And today, with every single one of us, as well as the team and the support system that we all have, building up each other, we knew that this was possible, and we got the job done today. So we didn't put the world on notice. The world already knew who we were.
All right, I think we're going to open it up to questions from the group. We have a runner. Can I see the runner? There it is, perfect. Okay, Natalie's the runner. Anderson, let's start with you. Oh, sorry, you're handing it off already. Got it. There you go.
Okay, Lindsay Chanel, USA Today. Sha'Carri, we so often see you cross the finish line, and you're bold and fierce, and this time you looked like you had some tears in your eyes. Can you take us through, took you 10.71 to win. What were the next 10.71 seconds like?
I would definitely say this time around, I just feel as if it was more definitely still confident, still my exciting normal self, but more so overwhelmed with the emotions of just joy because of the fact I know that the hard work I've put into not even just physically on the track, but as well as mentally and emotionally to grow into the mature young lady that I am today, and I'm going to continue to grow into was a full-fledged surreal moment for me to actually embrace and be able to show to the world and on the track today.
Question for Sha'Carri Anderson of CITIUS MAG. So you all, like you said, train together. I'm curious what the conversations were like leading up to Olympic trials to now finally have all three of you on the podium here.
You don't want to hear those conversations. No, most definitely. I would just say, and the girls can definitely comment as well. We have those uncomfortable conversations as well to hold each other accountable. We have those building conversations as well, where we compliment each other's talents as well as compliment each other's strengths, but also we're able to embrace each other's weaknesses and actually help each other build up on those moments. So we have all types of conversation. I feel like the reason why our training groups, our athletics, especially on our women's side, is we're able to sit here 1, 2, and 3 because of the fact that we're able to look each other in the eyes and hold each other accountable on all different levels.
To kind of piggyback on what she said, like she said, we have them uncomfortable conversations and we rely on each other for the strengths and weaknesses. You know, we'll be in practice, coach give us a pace, I'm like, all right, y'all, I'll set the pace. And we know Sha'Carri, you know, she like to slow up and like, Rebel, come on, Sha'Carri, through the line. Melissa, you right there? You good? You know, so we embrace that moment. We talk to each other during practice. And then there's also the frustrating moments. And I'm a testament of those frustrating moments. Like Melissa, she's powerful at the blocks, you know? And it's just a matter of, instead of getting frustrated, I just ask, well, what you do to get this position? Or how you do this or how you do that? Or in practice, I know I train alongside these two ladies. And I know she may have a great start, but I know I can finish. So if I'm right here in your hip, I know I'm well ahead of the field because you're one of the most powerful starters in the U.S. You know, so we just lean on each other, rely on each other, and we tell each other what it is, whether we want to hear it or not.
Over here, Coley Harvey, ESPN. This question is mainly for Sha'Carri, but I want all three of you to answer. When was the first time you realized you had a dream that you could qualify for the Olympics, and how does this moment actually feel for you right now?
Sure. I feel like for me, 3 years ago, I was at home watching this on TV, and you know, I told myself then that 3 years from now, I would be here and competing and making the team. Last year, coming off of the 2022 year where I was a U.S. champion, I fell short and didn't make the 100-meter team, and I told myself then that would be the last USA team that I would never not make in my career. And I feel like the changes that I've went through this year, you know, I've joined Star Athletics with Dennis Mitchell, Sha'Carri, and TT, and you know, these girls have literally, like, they're my sisters. I love them to death, and if it wasn't for them, like, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. They pushed me in ways I never knew I could be pushed. The group in itself, it takes you to another level mentally that, you know, when you step out here on the line, I know for a fact that nobody else can do what I do. And as long as I hound in and focus in on what it is that I need to do, that I'll be okay. And so I feel like when it comes to talking about what it means to make an Olympic team, those are the things that I really think about. And I'm just happy that I was able to come out here today and execute it and do it with my training partners as well. It's really special.
Sha'Carri, hey, Chris Matthews here with NBC. We're both a part of the Nike family as well. We did Nike Day. But the one thing I've noticed about you never seem content. You're always ready for the moment. You're always locked in. To all the kids and all the adults that look up to you around the world, can you tell them what's the mindset to stay locked in and never be content with who you are and continue to take your life and the sport to the next level?
Thank you for that question. I appreciate that question. I would definitely say the message I would send out, if I had to send out one, was to believe in yourself. No matter what outside noise is going on, remain solid in yourself, and not just yourself, your faith. Those are two things that will never change as long as you don't change. So stay grounded in yourself and as well as your hard work. Every day that you go out, and no matter what you do, sports, music, education, whatever you're doing, every single day you treat it like it's your last. And you continue to put yourself in it full-fledged. That way, every single day when you step away, you can say you did your best at all times. So I would just say, be yourself. Always have fun. The moment you stop having fun is the moment where you should stop. So always have fun. Always trust in your hard work, and always believe in your faith, in yourself.
Yeah. What's your question? I got you. What's your question?
Emily Lindsay with USA Track and Field. My question for all of you, since it's taken a long time to get to this spot and a lot of hard work put in place, so we want to hear about what was your first ever track meet like?
I'm so sorry. Was
Oh,
that
yeah,
me?
I'm sorry.
It was for everyone. It was for all you girls.
I feel like I was talking about y'all.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
What was your first ever track meet like?
Ooh. My first ever track meet was back in 2009. Well, the one I can fully remember, it was 2009 Junior Olympics in North Carolina, Greensboro. I was a part of the 4x1 relay. We ran second leg, and we broke the age group record that stood for at least 2 or 3 years, and that's what kept me going and coming back to be where I am today.
I would say for me, my very first track meet I can remember, I actually was running with my age group, and I guess I was running so fast they thought I was in the wrong age group, and that's pretty much all I remember. But it was pretty fun, you know, and from that moment I felt like that was something I could do because I loved it so much.
If I have to recall my first track meet, I remember when I was in, I want to say, 3rd grade. It wasn't 3rd grade. I was young, definitely elementary, and I remember, I definitely remember running a 50. That was like, you know, the younger version of the 100-meter dash, and I definitely remember always running and just knowing that I wanted to be great. And my mom would always tell me, my mama would always say, if you want to be great, you got to work for it. So that was my first track meet that I can actually remember, running the 50 and knowing that if I want to be great, I got to work for it.
Tyler Dragon, USA Today. Sha'Carri, this is for you. Considering all you've been through, what would it mean to you to be an Olympic champion? And is there a specific time you are shooting for at the Olympics?
To answer your question, everything I've been through is everything I have been through to be in this moment right now. So there's nothing I've been through that hasn't designed me to sit right here in front of you to answer this question. And I would say going into the games, I don't put a time on myself. I just know that if I execute and run the race that I've trained to prepare for, that the time comes with it. So I'm just excited to go out there and run a well-executed race.
Sha'Carri, probably everybody in this room changed and grew a lot from the time they were 21 years old to 24 years old. How have you changed and grown over the past 3 years?
I would say in the past 3 years, I've grown just understanding a better understanding of myself, a deeper respect and appreciation for my gift that I have in the sport, and as well as my responsibility to the people that believe and support me. I feel like all of those components have helped me grow and will continue to help me grow into the young lady that I have been divine and by God been blessed to be.
That phrase, like understanding your gift, like how does that manifest as far as how is it going to show itself?
It manifests just basically understanding or having a deeper love and a deeper care for the talent that I have been given and not taking advantage of it, nurturing it, taking care of my body, taking care of my mind as well as my spirit, that way that I can continue to execute and show up on the track.
Thanks.
I believe we have time for just one more question. Oh.
I'm Sha'Carri, Tim Layden from NBC. Just when you got to the line, one step before you kind of smacked yourself, and then again right after the line, almost like Bolt in Beijing, it looked like. What were you thinking at that minute?
I was thinking in that moment, the one thing that I was thinking of just on my mind was just hard work pays off. That's all. That's all. Hard work pays off.
All right, I think that's all the time we have for questions today. Ladies, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.